Hey, hey, family for life.
This video has been a long time coming, so I've made significant progress. Like, I am currently over 63k words in for a 40k words book, and this is because there were some plot holes I needed to fix and stuff I needed to add. Definitely, my editor might cut it down, and although I still have about one chapter to go, I think it will still be like, I don't think it will exceed 65k. But I am excited to share this news with you that I have less than a chapter to go. And hopefully, I didn't plan for this during this vlog. By the end of this vlog, I would have completed the first draft of the first book in the trilogy. Yay! And that would be right now with my new schedule. That would be an average of 2 to 2 months. I didn't write all through, like I skipped a lot of dates, but I started writing. Let me do the quick math. So that would be an average of about 10 weeks to write. Yeah, the first draft. And I've noticed that with each draft I write better. So it's like you're honing your skills. The more books you write better. This would actually not take me too much to edit because, like I said, oh, I forgot, I actually have lights. I should turn on the lights. Yay, brighter now, right? So yes, this will not take me like a longer time to edit. I think if I do 2 rounds with my editor, I should be done. Usually, like at first I started with like 7 drafts. Like I usually have up to D7. And then since last year, I've been having like up to D4. That's draft 4. So 4 drafts. My first draft, though there's also the outlining, the plotting, so that's 2. So I don't count those, but when I start writing, I do the first draft, second draft, third draft, fourth draft. So that has been like my standard for the past 2 years now. But this, I think, is just going to be 3 drafts because, man, am I flying? And then I think I'm going to be posting this separately. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned I was going for an author event / book signing event and all that to be my first official author event. It was not me as the author, but like going for a book, let me call it the book event in the US. And it was exciting, it was interesting. I actually registered. Oh my gosh, I haven't filled the survey form. They sent us like feedback form, but yes, I registered and I volunteered to be like one of the volunteers for the event. It's the Behind the Pen event that happened in August 2023, and it was fun, like mind-blowing. If you ever have the opportunity, please sign up to attend. You meet awesome authors, especially Black authors. It's an event for like a safe space for black authors who write Black characters and the stories that need to be told. It was fun, it was interesting. Hopefully, maybe when next time I'm attending, I would be one of the authors signing and you would actually come around and fist bump, dance, sign books. Yeah, I've been practicing my signature. It was that day I realized that, man, I don't write on paper enough. I've been typing. But yes, that's a different experience entirely. So I'm going to create what do we call it now? I'll create a separate vlog for that, like a book signing event I attended Behind the Pen 2023. I'll create a different video for that. And I'll also create a different video for things to note before you go for your first book signing event. And also like as an author and as a reader, like the things you should do prior a book signing event, because I learned a lot. That was actually the real reason why I wanted to go. I just wanted to have first-hand experience as a reader, what it feels like. Right now, before I even do the videos, the most important thing as a reader, even as an author going for a book signing event, get ready to make interesting, good, bad decisions. So that's a compound of the interesting, good, bad decision. So there are plenty good words there. That bad, because I spent money that even my bank had to ask me, like, are you the one trying to make this purchase because you normally don't buy from this type of, stores and all that? And I'm like, yeah, it's me. I know bad decisions. And I made interesting and amazing friends. One in particular was actually not helping my situation. I was trying to, help myself and tell myself, like, okay, you actually don't really do paperbacks as such anymore these days. You're mainly using your Kindle to read and blah 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 blah. She was like, no, you're in a book event, buy the books, you live only once. And yeah, I listened to that voice. It was like the external voice of my head telling me just go ahead and buy it. And to me, I just saw it as an investment. I saw it as a seed. But now I'm delving too much into that part. That would be a separate video on its own. But it was an interesting time. I'm looking forward to volunteering for more book signing events till the end of this year. Hopefully, I'll be going for more author events. Then, say next year, if you have any book signing events across the United States, even outside of the United States, hit me up and I'll let you know my schedule and my plans. And who knows, I'll be in the city where you are. And, like I said, we can meet. But yes, I'm enjoying this story so far. Like, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know it could be this beautiful. Because right from vlog 9, or what vlog was that, where I've been sharing my fears. I'm like, oh, I'm starting a new story. Oh, that's true. I actually documented my writing process. Oh my gosh, it's so good to vlog. That's why you should watch more vlogs by me. But yes, it's been an interesting journey. I've played around with a lot of stuff. And right now, what I'm going to do after this video, before I make the final closing video for this vlog, I am going to go into the document to complete the last chapter, which is the closing chapter. It's not a cliffhanger per se, but there's a to be continued part of it. So that's like book 2, book 3. I'm going to complete that chapter, of which so far I think I have, how many chapters does this make? Where's my navigation? I love me Microsoft Word for writing. Like, I don't know how other people do it. Yeah, I have 32 chapters. I might break up some chapters and make it 33, because most of my chapters, my books on average are usually like 30 something chapters. Maximum chapter I usually have is like, I think the maximum I've had is 44 chapters. So I'm actually surprised, because when I started this vlog, I think I shared my fears, like, oh, I just want the chapters to be very short and direct, of which the chapters are short compared to my chapters are usually like 2,500 to 3,000 words. These ones for this book are like 1,500 to 2. I think the maximum I've had is 2,500 for each chapter. And I have 32 chapters. Like, I was thinking I was going to be stuck on chapter 12. Surprise me. Come Up Hell does that a lot. She surprises me and keeps, bringing out stuff from the heart. So one thing, like, I saw a lady post on TikTok, like, asking, oh, I know the beginning of my story. I know the first act, but now I don't even know the other parts of my story. And that's the second act and the third act. Like, what do I do to get to the end? And that's like the interesting part for me. For me, the beginning part is always like tough, because I'm trying to figure out the character, but I already know who I want them to be or who they want to be. So for me, one, I use Save the Cat. My library is kind of far. I make use of Save the Cat to plot. That's why I love plotting, even though I might not follow what I have plotted, but it gives me an idea, especially on days where I feel like I don't want to write. But I just tell myself, okay, you have an idea of what you want to do, go ahead and just write it. So I plot, and then I don't plan the side characters I intro. Like, if you read my books and you meet all the amazing side characters, I don't flesh out my side characters only on rare occasion, if I'm going to, like the Lagos Loving series, where I was going to write like the other books for the sisters. I fleshed out the characters. But for like books like Call Me Jamila, books like Escape, of which I'm going to write for the sisters in that book, the Sisters of Onai, I have plans. I have golden plans for them, for the sisters. I did not plan, or I don't plan the side characters. It's just as I'm writing a scene, when they're interacting with the environment or the people within an environment, I try to look for, oh, would this person balance them off? And then to make matters interesting, I try to think of, okay, what might this other person be going through that they want to share with this person that will make this story interesting, that it won't just be about this character. And it also helps me show my character as well too. If I want my character to be like the feely type of person, then the main character becomes interested in this side character's issue or this side character's story or something like that. And you don't have to do much. Like for this story, in Every Step I Take, the one that's currently on pre-order on Amazon, I introduced the mother's story, which is it's a deciding factor. It's one of the things that actually guided the main character, Fifi, in making her decisions. I introduced the mother's story just in one chapter, but that one chapter is so powerful because you would, as a reader, once you read that one chapter, you would take that with you through all the chapters. So it's important where you're putting the side characters, like which scene are they appearing? What are they doing? What is their story? If it needs to be mentioned, there's some side characters that you don't even need to give them names. Like you don't have to name everybody in the book except they're important and they add up to the story. So yeah, so if you're looking for what to add to the middle of your book, how do you give your character something else? Bring another person's problem for them, let them solve. Like just, imagine your characters are living day-to-day lives and go into that story and mess it all up. So right now that I'm going back to write up the last chapter in this book, oh my gosh, it feels so surreal saying that. I'm going in there to write the last chapter of the book out. I've been dropping comments on the previous chapters I've written because something will come up in a further chapter and I'm like, oh, add this up so they remember this in chapter 2 or chapter 1. So that's how my brain works now. Like if it was in the past where I used to have like 7 drafts, it's my editor that will be telling me all that. But because I've worked so well with my editor, I know what she would say and what she would tell me. Take that out. So I just put those notes already for myself. So by the time I'm done with my first draft, I know it's an easy breezy stuff. And I know some authors that only do 2 drafts and they are done. Like they write their first book, they send it to beta readers, implement beta readers changes, and the end. They don't rewrite stuff. And I'm like, wow, I really want to get it. And that's like 20 books, 70 books, 40 books. Like they just write the story at a stretch and they're done. So I know I'm getting there. I'm not rushing it. Yes, I can't wait to do that. And hopefully the next time you see me talk at length like this would be me telling you that I have sent it over to my beta readers. My lovely beta readers, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to help me read this amazing story. It's one of my longest slow burn books ever. I'm surprised and shocked. But it's not so slow burn because when I check the word count with, which book is this now? Bottom Belly. I checked the word count for when Chiluba and George actually had their first kiss or their first intimate scene. And that's like 70% into the book. That's over like maybe 50, 60K. And this book is like 50, 60. This book is already 65K. I'm like, it's still the same kind of thing. So it's just that you don't get all the feely intimate stuff until the next books in the series. So you have to stick around. So until I record the next video, stay jiggy. What are you eating? What are you doing? What are you writing? What are you reading? Oh, that being said, I'm currently reading 2 books. Oh, I think I should pause this video and get them, okay? It's high time I get them. Be right back. So yeah, I mentioned Save the Cat writes a novel, and this is the book. Save the Cat writes a novel. This is what I use in outline in my books. Like everything you basically need to write a story is right here. And I think she just released one for young adults, writers and authors too. You can get that. Oh wow, I have a note here. I write this is how I plot. I do my plots. I just write rough sketches. Oh wow. Let's see. Oh, I know what this is. Okay. There's a series I really want to write. I don't know if I should put out the title just yet, but let me keep that to myself for now. But I was speaking with my brother on the phone call and I was asking him because most of my titles are inspired by music. So this one, I was speaking to my brother about like music and what they mean to him, the lyrics, and like these are 2020, 2021 Afrobeats music, and we have like oh Chuchu, now that I'm singing that song, I'm so going to play it after this, after recording this. But yeah, I'm glad I kept it in here. Yeah, interesting. Okay, okay. But yeah, back to this guy. This is my golden book for plotting. Like I plot all the books in my head and I don't touch this book for like another 1 year. So if I have 6 story ideas, I plot everything all at once and I just carry this as my Bible. It has like all the bits you need to track, like, is it for mystery? Is it for thrillers? Is it for young adults? Is it for dystopian? Everything you need, it's right here. So you don't have to worry about, oh, what do I write next? So yeah, to what I am reading Turn Me Out by Brianne Deney. And funny, I actually found out about this author during the Behind the Pen event. It was my first time meeting her. I've read the first book in the series. It's actually a series, a short. And seeing this year in the US just reminded me of the books we used to buy back then in elementary school. And I'm like, oh, that's true. This is actually not bad. I can actually print my short stories and have them out like this. So get ready to get short stories, which is actually a good thing for you to go out to this book event because you get to see a lot of things as an author. You get to see the first thing I do when I get into a library or a bookstore, I go through the back matter, front matter to see what other authors are doing. And I'm like, yeah, Brian, you need to work on your back matter and front matter. Like, there's nothing like cross selling or selling something to me, but if that's how you like it, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yes, I do that a lot, and I love how this looks. Like it is so portable and cute. And if you have short stories, you can actually have them printed like this, and I love it. It's very handy. It's great for like train rides. Very simple. I just love it, and I also love the bookmark. Like, please, if you know where I can do this type of bookmark, let me know. I've been searching. Maybe I should actually reach out to Brian. You know, my first name basis is Brian. But yeah, that's that. So I just completed the first book. It's actually pretty short, but trust me, when I'm reading paperbacks, I'm the slowest of the slowest snail. In between everything, I'm also reading Sunflower by Rayleigh. This author, I would never have known anything about her if I didn't wait. Let me bookmark the page I'm on. I'm currently on chapter 15, I believe. Yeah, let me bookmark this. Save the page. Thank you very much. What am I doing? Oh, I want to show you the cover of the book. So that one by Brian is about some sisters, and like it's an erotic novel. Like it's playing up like dished in your face. And I love it because there is okay, for the one I've read so far, the storyline is great. The writing style is very like it's cool actually. I like it. There was one I just finished reading too by Kitty Powell, something like that. I don't know if it's Powell, but it's on my Goodreads. Follow her on Telegram, on on TikTok. I been, and I got the arc of her first book. I didn't even know it was her debut book. That is just straight up porn. God have mercy. I was like, oh my gosh, I should have read the blog better before asking for this book. I'm not saying the book isn't bad, but it was just like every page I flip, like dick, dildo, dick, dildo. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So if you love those type of books, please, it's a full-length novel about the exploits of I can't even remember her name. Heather and Liz. I know I'm bad. I'm even my books, I can't remember my character's name. But yes, this is Saving Sunflower by Rayleigh. To me, I feel like I'm watching something like Power all over again, like this African American stories where there's always the trauma. I know we don't write trauma here kind of, but it adds life or is like touch of reality to the story. So yeah, currently reading Sunflower by Rayleigh, and it's my first time thanks to the Sister Girl book club that introduced me to her. I'm loving her writing style actually, and if you haven't, go grab your copy It's available on Kindle Unlimited. I'm loving it. It follows the story of Dominic and Claudette. Dominic having issues. He's 21 and he doesn't even think he's going to see his 22nd year because of the life he chose to live, street life, thugging it out and all that, selling guns. And then his other life is that he is into music. He's pretty good at it. Like he has a growing fan base and it's looking actually good and rosy on that side. But you know, when people are stuck on the ways they've known and how their family's family and not having like good thoughts for themselves, only thinking bad things happen to them because of who they are. So he's stuck on that thought. Then there is Claudette, who is a college student. She works at the Waffle House and she meets Dominic and she's drawn to him, I guess, because of all that bad boy thingy. She's never had a boyfriend. She's never kissed a guy before. And literally, Dominic doesn't want to spend time with her because he just feels she's too good for him. But love will always find a way. And he keeps pulling them closer. So many things are happening all at once. I'm loving the story. It's like if I wasn't busy with my day life, I would have finished it the first day I started it. But I'm taking my time, I'm savoring it, I'm loving the flow. And I think it's also a series, but they're all standalones for the brothers and all that. So this what I am currently reading, these two books, one paperback, one on Kindle. And it's pretty interesting. What else? I should have ended this clip a long time ago. I know. Oh my gosh, it's going on longer than I anticipated. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited. I'm so excited to let you know that I'm done with book one. And this has been a journey. Like, it has really been a journey. When I say it has been a journey, it has been a journey. But I'm just so glad. It took me, like I mentioned, around 10 weeks to get this whole stuff together. And in that 10 weeks, I was not actively writing every day. So if I calculate the days I actually wrote, let's just call it around 5 to 6 weeks, because yeah, your girl has been traveling, jumping around, going everywhere, having fun, doing a 9 to 5, living a life, you know. But I'm so happy, grateful, and thankful to God. Thanks for going on this journey with me. Now we're moving up to book 2. I know I said, oh, the max I might get to might be 65K, but after much cleaning up and running through, I ended up with 60.1K. So that's a good number. And I know I cut a lot of things. I know my editor will cut more. I might actually even go down to 59, or maybe he will tell me to add more, because I know there are some areas I just didn't want to touch because I was just like, that's unnecessary information. But who knows what the developmental stage of the editing might look like. But yeah, I'm so happy and so excited to get that out of the way. Now we are moving on to book 2, even though I was tempted to quickly divert into another series I wanted to talk about earlier and just, write shut. That book has been on my mind since 2021 when I was writing Escape. I keep talking about it, or those books, because I'm supposed to write 8 or 10 book series, either one of those, or whatever. I'm just excited. I'm thankful. Thanks a lot for watching this vlog. I don't know if this is the end or this is the beginning, but I know this is going to be the end of this clip and the end of your vlog or something like that. Yeah, it has been an interesting journey. We are going to start book 2 with the next vlog. So we're keeping this energy. We have to complete all 3 books before the first book goes out, and I'm so excited to put out the first book. So I don't want to delay myself. I don't want to delay you from enjoying this goodness. My plans usually are to publish at least 4 books a year, but this year so far, 2023, I've published just 1, and I'm not in a hurry to publish others because I want to publish quality. I want to publish good stuff. But it would be so cool to have all the books ready this year and maybe publish them next year, or start publishing them this year. And if possible, after the other series I want to have ready this year, and then just, keep writing and going on breaks whenever I feel like, knowing that I already have like my backlog of books ready for publication and just setting everything up for period. So yeah, tell me, how is your writing journey? How many books have you published this year so far? How many are you looking to publish? How many books do you usually publish in a year? Thanks a lot for watching this video. I'm really grateful. If you haven't subscribed, now it's time to subscribe. If you haven't picked up any of my books, you should pick up my books and read and drop reviews. If you've read my books, please drop a review. Really appreciate it. That being said, this lady needs to go to bed because I don't know if you can see it. She's kind of sleep deprived. Okay, you know what? I won't start book two just yet. This is what happens. And then she goes into this hole and she's like, oh my gosh, I need to find motivation to start writing. But whatever, I'm human. I need to live and enjoy my life. And as much as I love writing, but yes, I won't start book two until I enjoy this coming weekend. Like take a break. And then I'll just be doing, I'll just be populating any idea that comes to mind. I already have the outline all set, ready to go. So okay, enough talking. Just end this. I'm just okay, guys. Peace out. Signing out. Camabel. Signing out. Signing out. Woo. Signing out. Signing out. Oh yeah, yeah. Signing out. Cause she's done with book one. Oh yeah, yeah. Cause she's done with book one. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Signing out. Signing out. Signing out.
Hey, family for life. You get me to from the start of time, right to the end of time.